Hello farmers and welcome back to Pallegney, buying from the used only section challenge. We are cultivating up the big field that I took up at the end of last episode. I got this cultivator here and that one over there. How do I got two cultivators? Well, that one back there, that one came with a job, and in the meantime, while that one started up, I was like, it's going to take a while. Maybe if I take another cultivating job, borrow the items, I'll go do that field, and then I'll come over and give this guy a helping hand. That way we can get the job done a little bit quicker. We are at 97%, so I'll have this contract to collect. And the other one, I think also, I think that one pays like $4 grand. This one's like 22,000, somewhere in that vicinity. But we are almost done. We are collecting some cars throughout the cultivating job. As you can see off in the distance, we got some cars just piling up there. I don't know, it looks like one car trying to pass another, then we got two of them going head on. And now they're just piling up. But we're almost done here. And once we get done here, yeah, we'll collect one of those contracts. And then we can get over to our own grass field, because we bought that field 91. That's nothing but a grass field. Oh, we are done. Good. Lovely. Let's just pull over here, turn off the engine. Let's jump on out. Yeah, our grass field is ready to be cut. And we got to lease some items so we can get that job done. Let's collect on this. 21,747. Not too bad. That's for the field we just finished. And the other one did beforehand. Almost $4 grand. Lovely. And looks like the weeds are still in the field again. Okay, whatever. To each their own. So the store page, only thing in the used vehicle section right now is the telehandler. Two things. One, I would like a telehandler at some point, but definitely not needed now. And two, well, I don't have the money. So what we need to do here is we need to go to medium tractors. I need to lease out a tractor. I can lease up to 5 items at a time. The Deutz AgroStar is a very good choice. One, it's relatively cheap, so the leasing cost is going to be down quite a bit. And it is 230 horsepower. So now we can go to lease. It does cost $45.64 per hour is like another almost $2,000 per day is another $1,000. All right, well, we got to start with the tractor. So we do need a mower because our grass field is ready to be cut. And we actually could do a few choices by where are the mowers? I've probably gone by them. Here we are, mowers. Probably the best thing to do is just get the ELO. What's the working width of that? 6.3, 7.3. This will be easier to use. I think requires 180 horsepower, so the AgroStar should have no problem. Let's go ahead and lease that. Yep, the money is going right back out the window pretty quick. But let's tab through here. We'll have something to work with. So then after I cut the grass, well, I could lease a windrower and then a baler. Or I could lease the mod where... Is that going to be okay without a weight on the front? I think so. I could lease the mod that the baler has a windrower on it. Now, I'm not doing that to reduce the amount of lease items we'll have, but get the job done in one good go at once. Just go down here in the grass fields. Okay. Still getting used to the map a little bit. Yeah, so I could just get the baler with the windrower on front, but that requires a little bit more horsepower than what the Deutz AgroStar is capable of. So we'll have to see how we get along here. Alright, so I think this road here is what I need. Now, of course, what we'll be doing with the grass is wrapping up the grass bales to ferment into silage. Now, a couple things. If you've been watching my Fresh Stocks live streams, or watching them afterwards, I put down a BGA that tends to go through the material pretty darn quick. And yeah, making silage into electricity, methane digestate seems to do pretty darn well. Now that BGA I think costs like $35,000. I won't be able to afford it, but these silage bales won't be ready for a while anyways. So I don't know, maybe I put in the BGA, and because we're going to be doing nothing but silage in this grass field for a while. So, I mean, I think maybe put down the BGA and just put the silage into there and make more money off the silage. is what we can do. Maybe I'll have to wait and see how many bales I get, because if I'm not getting a lot of bales off the field, then maybe it's not worth it right off. What? I forgot what the yield is. 87% in this field, which is not bad. Yeah, it could be better, but it's not bad. It'd be good to start making money from our quote-unquote own farm for now. Yep, still got to keep on doing contracts to bring in some money as well until we get things really going. So the plan kind of is, currently as we're going, I do want to buy the field to the left at some point, and that could be kind of be switched over to, I mean, it's big enough to add a farmyard into it, maybe a house of some sort, and still keep some of it as still a field. So we can definitely do that. I mean, it's going to be expensive. We're going to be a ways off before we can even buy that. But that's kind of the plan. But as I've said before, when you're doing the challenge from buying from the used section only, sometimes the used section of the store can change your plans pretty darn quick. But I think we're off to a pretty good start here. We got this piece of land here with grass that does not need to be plowed or limed, so I don't have to dig it back up to replant and get everything to where we can kind of get a max yield off this field all the time. Oh yeah, also your comments from the last episode about the collectibles. It seems like most people agree. Collecting the collectibles is not bad. Just the one thing, I don't think people want me just to go out and just collect them all at once. Which I would not do anyways, but yes, I agree with you. I don't want to go around just do an episode of tell me where they are, I'll go collect the other 6, and we go. If we come across them, we come across them, and we'll collect them. At least now that I know what I'm looking for. And there's only 6 more, but someone did leave a comment, because the first one I collected was like 18,000. Someone did leave a comment that not all the collectibles are different price range. I guess depending on the poster size or something like that. Not too sure. So I'm not going to actively go out and look for them. I mean, I may do a couple of times if I just need, if I'm like sure it's like, oh, I could really use some quick money. Maybe just go look for a couple. I mean, I would try the obvious spots to go look. Like where that wagon wheel, water wheel was. I feel like there might be one around there, but when I walked around there a couple episodes ago, I had no idea what I was looking for on collectibles. So the Deutz will try to keep as long as we can. Now, we are cutting the grass in October, so that means I'm not going to get another cut in the grass field this year. So maybe after I get done baling these up, I might return the Deutz. It would be better to keep it if I'm going to use it month after month, because the initial leasing fee is more expensive than, of course, if you were to keep it overnight. But as I just said, we're cutting the grass in October, so I'm not going to get another cut in the grass field again this year. So probably won't be able to cut it again till like April. So that's a long ways off, month-wise. Probably not going to be too far off in the episodes, because when winter comes, I don't have productions, or I don't also have animals to take care of. So yeah, we're going to breeze through the winter months pretty darn quick. Yeah, this mower seems to be doing a pretty good job. So finding a mower on the used section would be nice. Hopefully one at the AgroStar. I mean, this setup right here, I would love this mower to pop up on the used section. And sometimes that does happen when you lease stuff in Farming Simulator. Within a month or two, you could see it go up on the used section pretty darn quick. Don't know if I'll be that lucky, but you never know. I think I am going to try the baler with the windrower on the front. We'll have to go with the smallest setup possible. Just because, yeah, I think it's going to push the AgroStar to the limits. As long as they don't try to go, like, uphill, as long as they go, like, side to side on the hill, I think the Deutz can manage it. It may not be at the max working speed, but yeah, I think it'll work out just fine. Really kind of hard to tell the way the grass is looking on this field. If it's going to be a good yield or not, I have no idea what to expect. And that BGA I was talking about, maybe if I put it like right down this corner over here, I am making pretty good money off it on fresh stocks. But then again, on that grass field there, I got somewhere in the vicinity, well, between the straw I had and the grass, I had about 1 million liters of silage going into that BGA, and I made myself a couple $100,000 by converting the silage into electricity. So I don't think I'm going to have 1 million liters of grass in this field. But it feels good to have our own piece of land. I'm starting to feel like I belong here in Pallegney. The first couple of episodes, I felt kind of disconnected from the map. Maybe because I don't know the map. I got to get used to it. And plus, I don't have a place I can call home. I don't have a home on here yet, but now that I own a piece of property, I feel like this is where we belong. And I think it's a good starting point. It's not that far from the store. And having grass regrow, I don't need a seed drill to replant all the time. So I don't need to constantly lease a seed drill or a harvester. Any kind of stuff like that. While I have is there like a mowing contract that would pay rather well? Harvesting, hoeing, plowing. All right, no mowing contracts whatsoever. All right, let's go ahead in to vehicles. All right, we'll return the mower. Don't need that for anything else, at least not today. All right, let's go back to the store and we'll lease the windrower / baler, and we'll start baling up our grass. Now, you haven't been here since the beginning. We did end up buying from the used section a bale wrapper. So we already got ourselves a bale wrapper. Don't have to lease that. We own one. Getting the AgroStar from the used section will be really nice. Although I don't think I would have the money to buy a used AgroStar even, because we're down to 21,000. But I would definitely work our butt off in order to get ourselves a tractor. We don't have to constantly pay a leasing fee. Yeah, so balers is next. Right here. Yeah, this one right here requires 250, and we got 230. Is that the smallest I can go? Yes, I think it's the smallest we can go. Twine. Can it do 220 bales? It should be able to. How much is it to lease it? 10,000. Well, it's something that needs to be done, and hopefully we can use it. All right, we're going to get it. I mean, I might as well find out now. See if this setup works, because if it does, then that way I can use it, you know, all of next farming season, which will be hopefully 4 times. All right, let's zip around here. I have not used this type of baler setup in a long time. I think the only time I really ever used it, I was testing it out once, and that was about it. I don't think I've ever actually used this type of baler in a Let's Play. Okay, so I do want to switch to a 220. Oh, it's already set for 220. All right, let's lower that down. Is the pickup on the baler down also? What is the working speed of this so I can see if the AgroStar is doing what it says it can do? Well, not what it can do. That can do 12 miles an hour is the working speed. Well, there's 9, 10. I mean, I'll take 10 miles an hour. Yeah, we did get up to 12. I am starting to go downhill. Yeah, this is working out pretty good, but when I come back the other way, we'll be going uphill. Hey, we hit 13. We went over the speed limit. So probably uphill, if I can do 8, I'll be happy with that. Yeah, so this kind of just helps us out, not have to get ourselves a windrower and go around the field twice. I think I'm actually going to go down, just keep going downhill as much as I can. And actually, this is a pretty wide working width for the windrower. So yeah, probably be a while before I buy more land, because definitely got to keep our eye on that used section as we move forward. I mean, I want to say a really high horsepower tractor is what we need, but a good starting tractor with about 250, 300 horsepower on the used section to get us that to start with, that would be really huge, because, I mean, let's face it, you need a tractor for everything. So not having at least one all the time would be nice. Really kind of hard to see the grass swath when going this direction. I don't expect to be able to go uphill too well. Or at all. So yeah, let me go ahead and turn that off. And let's get ourselves situated here. Yeah, it doesn't even like pulling the baler uphill. I mean, look at the size of that baler in our tractor. Yeah, this will work out just fine for us in the future. I don't think I've ever looked though. Is this kind of a setup a real thing? I can imagine it might be. By the way, this mod is available on the Mod Hub. And it does look like we are getting a decent amount of grass off this field. So of course, after we get done wrapping up these bales, and I'll probably just leave the bales on the field for now because I don't have a way to pick them up. But we will lease a fertilizer spreader so we get the fertilization stage done on this field. It'll be all set for cutting, like I said, maybe in April. Actually, maybe if I put the BGA down at this little corner. Although I hate to kind of ruin... I do like the way this looks, scenic-wise, so to put a BGA down here. But I guess for starters, I say starters, it might be there for a while. And once we get enough money to move things around, but... just having to go down to that little peninsula to cut up a little bit of grass and pick it up. If I'm going to take a part of my grass field, that might be the better location for the BGA. So again, as I finish up baling up this field, just for those who may not have seen all the other episodes and wondering what I'm talking about buying from the used section only, it's a little bit of a challenge that we're doing here. I've done this challenge before and people loved it in 22, so we brought it back here in 25. So buying stuff for the farm, we can only buy from the used section. So yeah, I can't just say I need a tractor. Let's just say I got $1 million. I need a tractor. Go to the store, buy any tractor I want from the from the store. Can't do that. We can only buy whatever pops up in the used section. So it adds a little bit of a challenge, but one thing we can do is we can lease items. And at the beginning of the series, we can lease up to 5 items, which may sound like a lot, but really, like I said before, if I were to harvest a field, and of course I have no equipment, I would need to lease a harvester. I need to lease a harvester header, a header trailer. So there's 3 items already. And then of course I'll need to lease a tractor and a trailer to transport the grain around. So there's 5 items I would need to lease just to harvest the field. So that's why I picked 5 in Goldcrest Valley, and it seemed to work rather well. As the series moves along and we start getting more and more equipment on the farm, we will reduce the amount of items that we can lease. So I think that like in Goldcrest Valley, I think I got down to about 2 items I could lease. And let me tell you, it may sound like, okay, we can make that series work. I think in Goldcrest Valley, I mean, it worked out fine. Like I said, a lot of people enjoyed the series. But there were a couple of items on Goldcrest Valley never popped up on the used section, so I was always leasing them. I know a mower. Mowers were kind of hard to come by in that series. Alright, I think we got all the grass off the field, so let's go ahead and turn off the mower. Spit out the bales that we got. And also spit out the bale that's in the baler. Is there any baling contracts? Although I'm not sure I want to use my equipment because I am leasing that stuff already. So if I go over the hour, oh, there's one for like 1,500, and it's right next to our field. Yeah, we'll forget that because I'm going to be doing enough contracts. Let's face it, in the future. Let's not do more than what I need to. But that worked out rather good. Let me return that. All right, now we'll grab the one piece of equipment that we do own. Well, sorry, we do own 2 pieces of equipment. The bale wrapper, which I'm going to pick up. And yes, I do own a chainsaw. The chainsaw we had to buy from the store new because I have never seen a chainsaw come up for sale in the used section. So yeah, there are some exceptions to the rule from buying new stuff from the store. I mean, obviously, like buying fertilizer, herbicide, you got to buy it from the store new. You can't buy that stuff used. And yeah, chainsaw we bought new because I just never seen a chainsaw come up in the used section. Although I am kind of curious, I don't think I've ever checked. Can you, not that I'm going to, can you lease a chainsaw? So if I go to here, no, it just says you want to buy. So yeah, you can't lease a chainsaw. Okay. So we got the bale wrapper used. That was on the sale page day 1. I think we bought it for like 2,600, or sorry, 2,600. Yeah, that'd be really good. 26,000. So playing on hard economy, it's going to take 3 months for these bales to ferment. So November, December, they won't be ready until January. So do let me know in the comments below if you want me to use a small BGA to process the silage bales and electricity and make more money off it that way. It would be the BGA that's on the mod hub made by Disturbed Simulations. I've used his BGAs before, and like I said, I am using it on fresh stocks. Now, since these are my bales, I'm not going to be doing the bale cannon thing because I don't want my bales to go disappearing. I need these bales. Oh, automatic drop would be good. I am down to $11,000 already, but that's not too bad, considering we bought this land at the end of last episode for $91,000, and I'm leasing all this stuff. I should also probably put down a little sleep trigger since we own some land. What sleep triggers do I own? I don't know what I activated. While I'm here, I'll show you in case you don't know what BGA I'm talking about. I'll probably use the speedy one, just because it'll go through the stuff a little bit faster. Oh, it's $55,000 for that BGA. Okay, but either way. So there's multiple options you can have for the BGA. One's for concrete cow mini biogas plant, but I'm using this one right here, the fast mini biogas plant. And it's not a big footprint. Like I said, that would kind of fit down here. Probably better off there than over here, because I would have to level out. It's kind of leveled down here. Yeah, maybe that, something like that. But let me know about the BGA. Like I said, I can't put that down today, and we don't need it right away. Farmhouses. I do got the Omatana. We just got a doormat. I'm using the tent on fresh stocks. I could probably use a tiny house, because that might be something I should do. I could place it down for a little bit. I'm going to hold off onto that. I want to make sure I got all the money I need before getting this grass field ready to go. Yep, 50% fertilized. Grass keeps one stage of fertilization. Just want to make sure everything is where it should be. How many bales did I make? Might be easier just to go to finance stats. 18 bales. And I think they're going to be 9,000 or 8,000 a piece. 6,000. Okay, I wasn't even close. Still a pretty good number, I think. And next year we'll benefit quite a bit from this grass field. But seeing that we're still just in year one. We started in August, we're in October, and we've earned enough to get ourselves a $91,000 grass field and a bale wrapper. So I think that's a pretty good start. We start with absolutely no money whatsoever. If you remember episode 1, we had no money, absolutely nothing. We did a contract. We got enough money to get ourselves a chainsaw. That allowed us to do some deadwood contracts pretty quick. Well, I say pretty quick. On this map here, doing deadwood contracts, as you may have saw last episode, it takes a while to find all the trees. I'm getting used to fresh stocks where the trees are pretty well spread out. And it's easier to find the deadwood trees. Yeah, overall, is this episode 4? So yeah, we're coming along pretty good, I think, in the first season. And it feels good not to be doing, well, contracts throughout the episode and just working in our own grass field. So let me know about that BGA for $55,000. Like I said, putting the silage into there and selling it as electricity and methane. And of course, we'll get digestate as a byproduct as well. Well, I would say I don't have a way to put it down, but I could always just lease that. A slurry spreader. That can't be too expensive, right? Getting that slurry spreader. The little tiny one with a dog tail on the back. If you know, you know. Where would that be? Slurry tankers. This one right here. Only costs $1,600 to lease. So that would be better, you know, using the digestate as a fertilizer spreader rather than leasing a fertilizer spreader and artificial fertilizer. I think that's the plan I would like to go. Put the BGA down there. And then, yeah, put all the silage in there, sell it as electricity and methane. And then use the digestate, the byproduct, to fertilize the grass field. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And the way to pick up the bales, I'll probably end up just leasing the smallest trailer that has the universal autoloader option. So we can just pick them up and drop them off. Now, on Goldcrest Valley, to move bales around, eventually I just bought the front loader and the pallet forks from the store brand new. But as I found out playing in Goldcrest Valley long enough, those type of items actually do show up on the sale page. So, yeah, I'm kind of wondering how to approach that. It's rare, but I guess they do. I mean, the best part would be to buy like a telehandler, which there is one for sale right now as we speak. And then just buy the bales like maybe brand new. Alright, I think we got all the bales wrapped. So I really don't have a place to actually park everything. So I kind of got to keep it off our grass field. So I got to work the grass field. So for the time being, it's just going to be plopped to the side somewhere. I don't want to put it in someone else's field because I may do a contract in that field. But that can go right there. Alright, now we need to get ourselves a fertilizer spreader. That's 2,000, working width of a 14. 2,000 or 25,000. Well, the leasing fee is going to be a lot cheaper on this. Just check the sale page. Oh, something else did come up, but we don't need that at all. So let's go back to fertilizer spreaders. Yep, we'll get this, lease it for 102 bucks. Lovely. And then I will need, of course, some solid fertilizer bag. Might as well just buy one for now. I may need more than that, but that spreader is not going to be able to hold that much fertilizer to begin with. At least I don't think so. Yeah, it's kind of nice, this starting grass field. Just right up down, right down the road from the store. And I think the sell point right over here, whenever I get to, I think the sell point over here is going to be like the main selling point. Holds 300 liters. Are you turning here? You are. Yeah, if you're just starting out a farm, don't have that whole bunch of money, and you don't have enough money to get yourself a what you would consider a decent tractor, the AgroStar for like 80 some odd $1,000 for a 230 horsepower tractor is kind of like your best value in the game currently, as far as I'm concerned. Alright, so I just got to dodge my marshmallows in the field. And actually I'm not going through that much fertilizer, but then again I'm used to using the spreader for 42 meters, so maybe that's why it's not going down as fast as I'm used to. But let's get this job done, and then we'll return the spreader, make sure I empty out the fertilizer when I'm done with it so we get to keep what we paid for. And then we'll see what else we can get into today here on Pallegney. thing I can say, it's really hard to see where I've been and have not been. I didn't use GPS because I was going to steer my way around the marshmallows I got in the field. So let's go ahead and go to this page here. Alright, so I did miss a little section there. Alright, so somewhere in here is where I need to go. I mean, one bag of fertilization is going to do it for us to get the field done. I can't really see where I've been. Alright, that looks okay. Maybe going back this way I'll see a shadow change in the ground or not. Am I there? I've been there for a moment. Alright. Let me back up some. Oh, I think I can see it. I think I'm there now. Yep, there we go. It's difficult to see, but it's there-ish. And I may need to get a little spot in here. Okay, double check. It's looking okay. There's a slight spot up here. Like somewhere in here. Alright, I may go back and get that or not. Yes, it's not looking the greatest, but trying my best. I mean, it's kind of crucial for our grass field that we get the most out of it that we can. Where is that? Precision farming would eliminate this for me. Because with precision farming, if it's the same as it's going to be as it was in 22, I'll be able to see where I fertilized and have not fertilized by having the mini map up. Alright, so that is our grass field all set. We can't see what the yield potential is going to be because it's harvested grass. You got to wait for the grass to actually hit a growth stage and then it'll tell you the yield potential. But as you can see, 100% fertilized. No lime or plowing required. I was thinking about seeing if there's any fertilizing contracts out there, but like I said, then I'm using my equipment. I say my equipment, but my items. Fertilizing, and I don't think I really want to do it with what we have here, so I think I'm just going to unload the fertilizer. Oh, it did fertilize. It did put it out into that bush right there. And yeah, as fun as it was using the AgroStar, time to return that because I don't have any work to do in my own fields for a while. So, yep, we'll return this. And we'll turn the Deutzfahr. As for these, I don't think I can sell these, can I? Although I would not want to... No, you can't sell them. So the reason why I can tell, the Coon bale wrapper, it's got the sell icon down here. The Lizard log cranes does not show you where you can sell them. I mean, alright, that's fine. So, contracts. Any good contracts showing, or do I just want to kind of skip through? Vegetable harvesting? No, I don't want to do that. And we'll just double check the sale page. Nothing there. I say we fast forward time a little bit. And also, maybe what I'll do is, for the time being, I'll put down... You know what? I'll have a little bit of think, but I'll let some time pass here. Let me get some thoughts together, which could take me forever. But we'll see if any good contracts come up. If not, maybe we'll just go into the month of November. Well, it didn't take too long before a good contract came up. So, As you can see, I got myself, is this another styer? I think it always gives me the styer and a cultivator. We got a big field to do. The contract will probably end up paying me like 14,000 and change once it is done. It's going to be a field up over this hill. And yeah, I got to start bringing that money, because if I do want that BGA, the sooner I put the BGA down. And wait, what are these little signs out here for? Not too sure. Maybe those are the speed signs for France. Not too sure. But yeah, if I do want that BGA, and you guys want the BGA as well, getting that down in like January, February, in order to convert our silage bales over, that would be good. And as we know, when winter comes, contracts start to be few and far between. So grabbing them now while we can, the better. Just gonna plop that down. Yeah, I know it's for contract work. That's what I'm doing. At least I'm going to be doing a little bit of it. But I'll probably get myself a worker to do some of this in between episodes. But yeah, very, very productive day, I do believe. We still got 9,000 in our bank account, which is nice after leasing some equipment and getting our grass field cut and baled and wrapped. And yeah, if I can do that 4 times again next year, that'll be really good. Hopefully the yield will be just a little bit better. We might be able to see when November rolls around, because the grass should grow in November. And we can kind of see if we go up. I think it was 87% yield in that grass field. Maybe it'll be up to like 92%. Or 90%. Yeah, 92% yield. That'll be nice. We'll get money from this contract. And we'll have to keep our eye on the sales page, as we will almost twice a day moving forward. So yeah, let me know in the comments below about the BGA, if you think we should get the BGA for our silage bales. It'll help us not have to do as many contracts all the time. We will still have to do contracts, of course, in the very beginning and for however long we need to. But yeah, let me know about the BGA. And as for like the collectibles, as I said, from what most people said in last episode, grab the collectibles, but don't make it a thing where we just go out and grab them all at once and just be like, oh, we're kind of going by here. Maybe I'll take a quick look around this building or that area and see if we can find one. And also let me know, because like someone did leave a comment as to not all the collectibles are 18,000. They vary in price as well. Let me know if that is true or not. And also, I think someone said when you get the collectibles, you'll find them on a billboard somewhere. So that'd be kind of interesting to see. My guess is a billboard might be in the center of town somewhere. I have no idea. But between episodes, I will get most of this cultivating contract done. And then, yeah, we can probably just go on to the month of November at that point. And, well, we'll either do more contracts if good ones come up. But if not, we might be just zipping all the way through until next spring. I have no idea. We just got to take it month by month. And that giant woodpecker from Riverbend Springs is here in Pallegney as well. But yeah, that's going to wrap it up for today. If you're still here and you did enjoy the episode, it would help me out quite a bit if you were to hit the thumbs up button. And if you want to, the thumbs down button's there as well. You can hit that, but if you do, let me know as to why, but no one ever does. And if you're new here, you might want to hit that subscribe and notification bell so you don't miss out more content like this. Yeah, but that's where we're going to wrap up for today. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. I'll catch you again right here in Pallegney. But until then, have a good one.